specialists will find a lot of information on deep focus earthquakes, on the most recent statistics on earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, about our Earth core. While for ordinary people who may not really feel so confident about science, we gave so many details, what you should watch, like what is an indication of the changes in an Earth core. Like we listed that there is a huge change in the magnetic field, and how you can check it out is that it is a changing in auroras, changing in different light phenomena like light pillars, and the same happening with halos. And then another thing is that you should watch how animals behave and what happened to human health right now. So like all these things are very important to observe. And it's essentially, if we told you in previous report, just please come back, you can download all this data and then you can check it by yourself. Here we just give you simple instrument, just watch around, look at the signs, look what people are posting, and you will see how huge changes are happening with our planet. And I'm not even mentioning right now the increased seismic activity. And I think you all aware of what happened in Turkey and what happened in Syria. And I would like to use this opportunity to thank everyone from climate team who was involved, and because this is really huge contribution, this amount of information which was collected within just few months, it's really humongous. And just everyone should know what is going on the planet. And if you didn't have chance to watch this report, just go to the forum and watch this video. And again, I would like to point out that the current changes in natural disasters, the current changes on our planet we observe, they are happening because of the cyclicity, because huge energy is coming from outside of our solar system, and it is impacting the Earth core. And we gave really brilliant explanation how this is happening and why it is important. And what I would like to invite you now, let's watch the short fragment about the cyclicity, 12,000 years, since this impact comes to us every 12,000 years. And this is a challenge for our whole civilization. And I think we will talk about that even more today.
Changes similar to what we now see occurred before the peak of the crushing disaster just about 12,000 years ago. Those events are called the Alared Oscillation and the Younger Dryas glaciation that followed. 12,800 years ago, global temperatures rose as much as 15 degrees Celsius within just a few years. Most of the ice sheet suddenly melted, and the Earth emerged from a full ice age. At that time, there were extreme floods and other natural disasters, along with an intense sea level rise. The Gulf Stream stopped at that time, just as it is happening nowadays. Scientists from the University of Kansas have proven that about 12,800 years ago, there was a giant fire on Earth that covered 1/10 of the entire planet's surface. Other researchers have also found that large fires raged in Siberia 12,000 years ago. Similarly, nowadays there are more and more large-scale fires that cannot be extinguished. Based on an analysis of satellite images, scientists have discovered that 10 to 13,000 years ago, the largest known dunes formed in the Sahara Desert and other regions, indicating the enormous strength of winds during the Younger Dryas. A short-term intensification of winds during that period has also been documented from Greenland ice cores data and research in Alaska. Nowadays, the same phenomena are happening on Earth as during the Younger Dryas. We see winds, hurricanes, typhoons, and tornadoes intensifying and destroying entire cities, razing them to the ground. Right at the cycle change 12,000 years ago, there was a very intensive seismic activity. This is indicated by radiocarbon data, as well as paleographic reconstructions of the Younger Dryas. During the same time period, more than 12,000 years ago, as well as now, there was a drastic weakening of the magnetic field and a pole shift, which was called the Gothenburg excursion. The reason for all these abrupt changes was an abnormal magmatic activity caused by changes in the core. This was expressed in large-scale volcanic eruptions that scientists recorded in the Younger Dryas by dust, and traces of acid rains and glacial cores. Analysis of sediments found in Hall's Cave points to volcanic eruptions that caused a volcanic winter about 13,000 years ago, and glaciation across the globe. After the sudden warming in the Younger Dryas, an equally abrupt cooling occurred. This event caused a mass extinction of megafauna. Thousands of frozen mammoths and other mammals were found in the ice on the northern slopes of Siberia. There happened a drastic decline in the human population, including extinction of the Cro-Magnon. All of those catastrophic events occurred within just a few decades. The same catastrophic events occurred on the planet not only 12,000 years ago, but also earlier. Taking into account errors in dating, this cycle is very well traced in the geological data. Catastrophists among scientists wrote about it independently of each other in their books and works. Vladimir Bubnenkov, Vitaly Bushyev, Alexander Baturin, Igor Kopolov, Nikolai Petrov, Maynard White, Douglas Vogt, and many other scientists have come to understand the cyclicity of global cataclysms on Earth with a period of approximately 12,000 years. In geology, paleontology, and archaeology, there is numerous evidence of past disasters of this cycle. Each of these catastrophic events was characterized not only by abrupt changes in the climate situation, but also by complete geodynamic restructuring, weakening and excursion of the magnetic field, widespread disastrous volcanic eruptions, tectonic restructuring, atmospheric temperature variations by 10 to 15 degrees, and changes in the world's ocean levels by 20 to 50 meters, followed by large-scale glaciations. Since every cycle is accompanied by a change in the magnetic field and powerful volcanic eruptions, it clearly indicates that the cycle is associated with changes in the planet's core, just as it is happening now. We are entering the active phase of the cataclysmic cycle.
The seismic events unfolding before us should not be overlooked. Earthquakes in Turkey, series of earthquakes around the world, and the succession of volcanic eruption. These are alarming signs that show us imminent danger. And we cannot look away from that situation that we are facing right now. We need to act. We need to do something to prevent that catastrophe. And now I would like to pass the word to Dr. John Ahn. Could you please share with us your opinion about the global forum that we had on Saturday?
Yes, thank you, Marina, and hi, everyone. So I thought the forum was really amazing. It was really well organized. The depth of information and the breadth is just really a lot to take in. And it is a quite long forum. But I really recommend everyone to just watch till the end because, how we structured it is basically we define what the problem is and we talk about the climate change for about 4 to 5 hours. But yes, it is a problem. But through creative society, there is a solution and we can overcome it. And it is important that everyone would watch towards the end because again, there is a hope and everyone. If we didn't see any solution, we would just sit at home and just spend time with family or do things that we enjoy. But there is hope, and things can really change. Things can turn around, and things can be under control. The events that happen in Turkey, that things like that could be prevented in the future, but only in creative society. I want to say a few things, why creative society is so important, forming a creative society is so important is because, in the current form of society, it is really impossible to solve the problem. And one of the main reasons because there's so much confusion. One side says that, the temperature is increasing because of some reasons. Other sides say that, there's nothing happening. It's a cyclicity. The problem is not even well defined. And when the problem is not even defined, like how can you even solve it? And the report here presents what the true cause of the problem is. And when you watch this forum, it should be clear to everyone what the actual problem is, and that's the external impact. One thing that impressed me most from this climate report is the section on Yellowstone. It's when you just do a quick Google search, it's you'll find information that, oh yeah, it's very alarming, yeah, blah blah blah, but don't worry about it because the chances are it's very unlikely. So we made a documentary, and we looked into USGS, who's like basically monitoring the whole thing, and we basically went to the source of USGS and searched, okay, what are the signs that could be causing that could trigger, or that the volcano is about to just erupt, and we went through all the reasons, and it seems like there were like 5 or 6 reasons, and we went through them, and all of them are pretty alarming. I mean, increase in seismic activities, the geysers, the gas compositions, and so on. And U.S. is just saying, oh, don't worry about it because nothing will happen. Like, why are they doing this? We understand that there's no solutions out for them or for the government, so this is a reason. But again, when we have a creative society, when we are united, when we know the problem to solve, all this can be resolved. Again, I really encourage you to watch the forum. Again, we'll present the problem, the climate, but the second half, we'll talk about the solution. We'll talk about how the economy will work and create a society, and we'll also talk about what new technologies can be introduced, such as health capsule or replicators. Really interesting forum. Again, we as Creative Society, we really invite you to watch this forum because it's very interesting, and not only interesting, but it will really save all of humanity.
Thank you so much, John. You're absolutely right. The information that was presented on April 22nd, it's very, very interesting, starting with the true causes of climate change and coming to the creative society as the solution to all our problems, but at the same time, just unbelievable world that each of us can live in. The technology that will be available to every single person, and of course the explanation how it is possible from the economical perspective and from the scientific. Jason, it's clear right now from what Anastasia explained and Dr. An explained to us that all the supervolcanoes are already on the low start. And this is the fact. We see it, we understand it. And let's talk about the solution. What can we regular people can do in order to prevent this catastrophe?
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you again. And as John and Anastasia and Marina have said, if you haven't watched it yet, go online, watch the forum. It is the best investment of your time and attention, especially if you have a family, especially if you still have even a minute conscience left in this consumerist society. And to break that down for you, you can spend 30 minutes twice a day over the course of 12 days, and you can finish the forum. And then you will be better informed to the true causes of climate, a future economic model, if we choose the creative society. And you'll be left with good feelings because you'll understand that it's everyday, average, normal people, the 99% of us that are leading the way out. And it was a tremendous honor to be a part of that effort. And I invite you to be a part of that effort. Before I continue and I discuss with you the way out and the actions you can take, I would like to highlight some of the information that Dr. John An and Anastasia had shared with us. The climate cyclicity and what was discussed at the forum and what was discussed together by the speakers
the amount of effort that took place to bring everyone that regarding the information about what's happening on other planets, what comprises the core of these planets, and what observable changes we can see today, not only on those planets, but on our Earth. And Yellowstone was one of those locations we discussed, the Mariana Trench, and the interconnectedness between all of these things that seem on the surface, when you look at them apart, you're like, you don't understand how it fits together. But at the form, everything was put together for you, and for all people, in such a way that you understand, okay, if an event happens here, it also affects over here because of the climate cyclicity and what's going on with the core of our planet. And you'll also understand that there is no enemy. It's just we're all operating the best we can, and we can't move forward without that information. And as such, everyday people behind the scenes, Anastasia had given a shout out to the climate team. But I really feel it's a necessity to share with you how this process works, because it will shed more light on why you as a viewer or anyone who sees this is so important. The team had spent 6 hours a day for almost 9 months, and increased that time spent as we got closer to the form. Every day they were on the call. Every day they were analyzing information. Every day they were reaching out to other scientists to confirm their data points, just to keep in line and bring the evidence forth to people of what's going on with Yellowstone specifically, and what exactly is the nature of this cosmic impact that is changing our core and the core of other planets. And you may think to yourself that, okay, well, these are all experts. What can I do? My friend, today we have the best technology so far that even one person who has 30 minutes a day can analyze thousands of articles and work together as a team to bring forth information. And that's how important you are. So if you haven't, again, watch the form, as they have said, and join the team. So as far as the way out goes, during the forum, we shared the importance of not only the information and the challenges we face and how to frame it, and how profound this challenge is before our civilization, but importantly, a way out together in which we can interact with each other in a more humane way. We can create policies that are humane, and that is the 8 pillars of the creative society. But in order for it to happen, and in order for this to take place, everyone must be informed. And we discussed the stages of building the creative society, as always. And one of those important actions is for you to go to the creativesociety.com website and act now. Check off the act now. And you will have all the information there for you, framed in such a way that you can make an intelligent decision regarding your life and your ability to contribute to society, because without you, the creative society isn't going to be built. Thank you, Marina. John or Anastasia, maybe you have something you'd like to add before we continue going forward.
Thank you very much, Jason. So after you will realize that what is happening with our planet, what are the reason why we have so many climate catastrophes in the world right now, and with each month they're increasing, and more people suffering and even losing their lives, you will start to ask yourself the question, what can we do? What is the solution? And the only solution that is available right now is the changing the model of a society from the consumer-oriented society that we live right now to the creative society. Why this change is important? I would like to emphasize this for you, because in our current format, it is just simply impossible to unite all scientific potential, to unite all scientists from around the world, give them unlimited resources, give them all the ways in order to sit down in one room and work on the solution in order to save the entire humanity. You will ask why? Simply because in the consumer format, we are not friends and we will not be able to cooperate because we're competing. And that's why we need to try and make this transition to a new format of a society in which we will be able to stop all wars, to stop all violence. And in this format, we will be able to unite all the scientific potential. And creative society, that's exactly a new working model format in which human life is the highest value. And that means that format will allow us to find a solution because we will be able to focus on that. We will be able to really redirect all our resources and find the way to this crisis. That's why we focus a lot during the forum, and we're focusing your attention on that model again. So to give you the understanding of importance of building the creative society. And to build the new format, it's not difficult at all. The transition can happen only peacefully. And there are 3 stages of building the creative society. The first stage, very important and very difficult stage, is the informing everybody about the possibility and the benefits of the creative society. The second stage will be political stage. On this stage, we will be able to implement 8 foundation of creative society and electoral platform into the legislative body of your country. And the third, it's the worldwide referendum. On this day, we as a humanity will make a final step towards the creative society. We all will vote for that and as one civilization move forward to the new beautiful future. So again, in order us to make this change, right now we need to inform every single person. Because like I said, the transition from the consumer format to a creative format can happen only peacefully. And for that, we need to really know every single person on earth. And right now, let's watch a short video about the importance of first stage and the ways how we can inform all people around the world.
Can I get a simple answer? What exactly will I get in Creative Society?
In Creative Society, you won't need these papers anymore. All loans will be zeroed out, and you will be able to take a loan if you need with a 0 interest rate.
And a new flat of 60 square meters for each member of the family.
Healthcare for everyone, free of charge.
There will be an opportunity to treat any disease,
even cancer,
instantly and at any stage.
Do you know that we're already in the transition period to the Creative Society? You will have a universal basic income of $10,000 every month. Wow.
You will never fear money devaluation again because there'll be no inflation.
And there will be no wars.
We have clean water. We have huge odds. Not small. I did not get now.
For free. You'll be able to study anywhere in the world for free.
Oh, Beatrice, when we build the Creative Society, you will have your own body regeneration capsule at home. Don't you want to be 25 again?
And I'll have a replicator in the Creative Society that can make biscuits like this, but real.
The Creative Society is the world without borders. It's freedom.
Sweetheart, can you imagine? This is actually a new stage of evolution for our civilization.
And
And don't I need to do anything for that?
I didn't say we didn't have to do anything.
We've got to inform everyone about the Creative Society.
So that people form a public demand.
To change the format of society to a creative one.
And how are we gonna do it?
You can put a sticker on your car, just like that guy. Or this guy.
I'm gonna talk about it in my every podcasts.
You have a lot of contacts abroad. You can start an international PR campaign to let the whole world know about Creative Society.
Put a banner on your balcony.
You can place information about Creative Society in your cafe. For example, like this.
Show all your neighbors that you support the Creative Society and tell them what the Creative Society is.
Let's take a picture of your beautiful biscuit and post it on Instagram.
So what do I have to do to be 25 again?
There are t-shirt layouts available on the website.
So, what can I do to make this world happen?
Bro, come on. You got 3 languages under your belt. Join the Creative Society Forum's translation team so that everyone can learn about it.
Jane, I need a list of our foreign partners. Please prepare a sample letter of cooperation. The letterhead should have the Creative Society logo on it.
How about we address the highest quality medicine in Creative Society, live on TikTok? Tonight?
You're so outgoing. Every other person knows you.
You can tell absolutely everyone about the Creative Society.
Keep doing what you're doing, what you're awesome at.
In Creative Society, at any time, you'll be able to fully regenerate your body by entering the body regenerating capsule.
It is not what kind of the world we're born into, but what kind of the world we can make.
What are you doing to make your dream come true faster?
Postoji izlaz, and that is the Creative Society.
Hey, guys! Come back to Earth! People are actually building the Creative Society there.
Indeed, people are building the Creative Society already, but it's not enough people. So we really need you, our dear viewers. We need you to join us and to really move this project around the world faster as possible, because we understand that every minute of an action is equal to human life. So in order to stop that losses, we need to act now. We need to act immediately. And it's all in our hands. So if you would like to learn more about the Creative Society, please watch the forum, share it with everybody you know. Go to creativesociety.com and find even more information how to join. And Jason mentioned the join us button and act button. So by pressing it, our volunteers will contact you, and all together we will find out what else we can do together in order to share this information with everybody.
Thank you so much. And as a reminder, your future is waiting on your present choice. Thank you.
Dear viewers, thank you very much for being with us. If you will have any question, please send us, and we will be more than happy to answer them at our next discussion. See you soon. Bye-bye.